Welcome back everyone, Patrick here. In this next video, what we got to do is take these equations here and solve for x. So starting with number 1, we got negative 3 over 5x equals 4 over 7. So pretty simple here. You want to just divide both sides by negative 3 over 5. Right, to get rid of this, and then the x would be by itself, so you'd have two fractions dividing by each other. So 4 over 7 divided by negative 3 over 5, which would be like multiplying by 5 over negative 3. And then you can multiply the numerators, 20, denominators, negative 21. We could put the negative up top. So negative 20 over 21 is the final answer. Another way you could go about this is here you can combine these into one fraction, so that would be like negative 3x over 5 equals 4 over 7. And then you could cross multiply if you feel more comfortable with doing that. So we'd have 5 times 4, which would give us 20. 7 times negative 3x, which would give us negative 21x. Divide both sides by negative 21. Those cancel out. X ends up being negative 20 over 21. So that's another way you can do it. And you can apply that in number 2 as well. Combine these into 1. So you'd have 2x over 9 equals 5 over 1. Cross multiply. 1 times 2x is 2x. 9 times 5 is 45. Divide both sides by 2, 45 over 2. And then that doesn't simplify any further. So that's one way, or you could divide both sides by 2 over 9. So it would be like 5 over 1 divided by 2 over 9, which would be like 5 over 1 times 9 over 2, which would give you 45 over 2. Same thing. Right, so just trying to give you different looks here in terms of how you can go about it. Number 3, we got x plus 0.05x equals 84. Notice these are like terms. We got 1x plus 0.05x, which would end up just being 1.05x equals 84. Divide both sides by 1.05. X would end up being 80. Right, another way you could have got to here is you could factor out the x. And then you could add these, and you end up with that 1.05x, like that, and then divide both sides by 1.05. Right, whichever way you do it, x ends up being 80 in this case. And over here, we got 3 minus x over 5 equals x plus 4 over 7. So this one's pretty obvious what to do. Cross multiply. Cross multiply here, 7 times 3 minus x equals 5 times x plus 4. Then expand everything. Like that. And then bring all of the x terms to one side, so the negative 7x I'll bring over, the 20 I'll bring over, so we'd have 21 minus 20 equals 5x plus 7x, which would give us 12x. This would be 1. Divide both sides by 12. So x would end up being 1 over 12. That would be the answer to number 4. And then number 5, we got 2x equals 15 over 2 minus 2 over 3x. So in this case, again, I would bring all the x values to one side. So 2x plus 2 over 3x. Don't get confused because there's a fraction here. You could just treat it. It's just a number in front of the x. So I'm bringing this over. Then I'm going to combine these two. What's 2 plus 2 over 3? It's like 2 over 1 plus 2 over 3. Multiply this by 3, multiply this by 3. So it would be 6 over 3 plus 2 over 3, which would give us 8 over 3. So 2 plus 2 over 3 gives us 8 over 3, so this would be 8 over 3. X equals 15 over 2, like that. And then from here, what we can do is this just ends up being exactly like number 1. So we can divide both sides by 8 over 3, or we can combine it. So then we could cross multiply like that, divide both sides by 16. So we'd end up with x equals 45 over 16, and that I do not believe it simplifies. The 45 we can't divide by 2, can't divide by 4, can't divide by 8, can't divide by 16. So that there would end up being the final answer for number 5.